go, baby. Clap it out, people. You just gotta clap it out and laugh. Gary, come on, I don't hear you clapping, baby. Clap it out! Ladies and gentlemen, whoa! Capital Games, in their infinite wisdom, managed to pull off the biggest controversy of all time in Galaxy of Heroes. I firmly believe, not just in 2019, but probably of all time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically Darth Malak's event is turning into just a free giveaway for Shards all over again. And people are just freaking upset, both free-to-play players, pay-to-play players, Krakens, whatever else is in between. And yeah, the Darth Malak. I'm not going to show you guys this in action because I have a feeling there might be bans as a result of this, because I don't know how Capital Games is going to fix this problem. There are several layers of issues which comes along with this. As we know, the guild event token farm from General SWGoH, ooh, hot topic right now. I wanted to make a video talking about what my thoughts were on gating General SWGoH, and originally it was going to be a pretty mild opinion, a pretty decent conversation. This totally changes the course of my opinion of the guild event token farms. And I think at this point, just to preface the rest of this video, I think the best thing Capital Games can do is just completely scrap farming these big name characters after a very pay to play event or very resource heavy event. They just got to throw those away, give people 7-star Skywalkers beat the event, give people 7-star Malaks to beat the event, refund people who got Darth Malak and spent all their guild event token currency to farm Malak and then screwed themselves over for preparing for General SWGoH. Capital Games, this is a mess of a situation. Just stop with these 5-star guild event token farms. I will give you my opinion on the good side of these guild event tokens farms, but this is the conversation's mute. It's null at this point. You can't really argue why it's a good thing, because I don't know how Capital Games is going to revert this. Now it's everywhere. It's not just this post. Everywhere on Twitter, subreddit, everywhere you go, it's all about Malak's event giving out free shards. And I mean, just to keep in mind, people who already have their 7-star Malaks, you can do the event, get shards, and get shard shop currency. There's just so many issues that leak out of this. I don't know how Capital Games can resolve this except just refund currency back to those who farmed Malak the original way, and just call it that. Because at this point, how are you going to be able to revert all the people who got a ton of extra shards from the Darth Malak event and possibly spent money to get the Gear 12, Gear 13? Maybe they bought relic packs right away to relic those characters. We still have those $100 relic packs going on in the store. So that's why I kind of think I don't want to show this to you guys. I don't want to advocate you guys go back and play this event. I mean, it's a great idea to have these events replayable, be able to go back in time, replay, live the memories, relive the frustration. I think it's a great idea, but for some reason, the coding, they just couldn't stop the event and say, yo, no more shoutouts for you. So this summarizes the problem right here. It takes about 57,000 guild event tokens to get Darth Malak. Right now, more than ever, we have a gear crunch problem in Galaxy Heroes. And we keep hearing talk upon talk upon talk. Oh, we're going to ease up the gear crunch. Oh, check out this graph with no axis indicators for how we've eased up on the gear crunch over the years. We keep getting these roundabout discussions about gear crunch. They keep saying they want these shipments to be used for easing up the gear crunch. But the fact of the matter is, nothing has happened. It's all talk. But here's the problem. People who were able to expedite the process of their Darth Malak farms because of this bug, they were able to avoid the problem that I had to face, other people had to face, free-to-play, pay-to-play players. With this 57,000 guild event token currency, you could have bought a ton of stun guns, one of the biggest crunches of the game. You could have saved a lot of crystals. A lot of people spend crystals to buy stun guns. Well, if you would have had all this currency, maybe you wouldn't have to go ahead and go and buy those stun guns with crystals. You could have just used guild event token currency. I mean, even like people like Mobile Gamer, if you follow Mobile Gamer's channel, he said he got Malak the second time around. He didn't have time to do the Malak event the first time around, but he got Malak the second time around. He still does not have a 7-star Darth Malak. And the other day, he actually asked me, should I stop my Darth Malak farm and go to Anakin? Because Anakin's obviously the more superior character at 7 stars than Darth Malak. So he didn't even get a 7-star Darth Malak because of how this guild event token currency situation is. And he's among many other people out there where he's like, well, crap, I could have just saved all my 57,000 guild event token currency if I knew this bug was going to exist, and then I could have avoided this whole Darth Malak fiasco that's going on right now. Well, I mean, the comments are just going all over the place. I mean, here's one right here that kind of had some interesting feedback. You can just let it ride, let it do its thing, let people get these extra shards of Malak, just give out a bunch of crystals. But man, you need a lot of crystals to make good for this. A 500 crystals compared to people getting all these extra Malak shards doesn't really make any sort of a balanced fix, in my opinion. This is probably the thing they have to do, which I said is that they're gonna have to just refund guild event token currency for people who finished them through the guild event guild event farm before today. Or Capital Games might just go the express route, just ban everyone who was milking this event. But some people, the problem with banning people, hopefully Capital Games hears us out, some people just actually played the event normally. Not everyone follows Reddit, not everyone follows the forums, not everyone watches this big mouth right here, and they may just replay the Malak event because that's the only content we have to play in this game right now. And then as a result, when finishing this event, well, they're like, well, crap, I got Malak shards. How did that happen? You can't just ban them as a result of that. And man, it's a tough situation. So I hope Capital Games doesn't go down the banning route. If you haven't done this glitch already, I'm just gonna say stay away from it. Right now, we've seen Capital Games use their ban hammer for people making things come to light. That's why I'm not gonna show you how this works. And the other problem is with rolling things back is that some people have 7-star Darth Malaks, like myself. I got 7-star Darth Malak probably about a month or two ago. And the problem is people can replay this event and get a ton of shard shop currency as a result. And how do you start rolling that back when they start buying individual pieces of gear and mod stuff in the shard shop store? It just becomes a very messy situation. The only thing I can honestly see is them letting this event ride out, because honestly, at the end of the day, I firmly believe what this post is saying right here. If this is intentional, it's a logical idea. If you want more shards of Malak or Anakin Skywalker, just replay the event when it comes back the second or a third time. Every time you play, you get 150 shards. I would much rather just wait for the event to reappear, get the extra shards of a character, rather than spending 57,000 guild event token currency, because I'd much rather use that for gear and other stuff in the game. The idea of replaying the event and getting extra shards makes fantastic idea. It's a fantastic idea, and worst case scenario, you just get a bunch of shard shop currency, which is awesome as well. Overall, I have to say, the guild event token farm for gating these high quality characters is the stupidest thing of all time. Just keep in mind, free-to-play players, you got to spend a long time grinding to get Darth Malak. A lot of legendaries or hero journeys, a lot of characters that are on a lot of hard nodes. The Anakin Skywalker event, you need two legendary characters, you need a raid character, you need a character that just became recently pay to play. A lot of hard node farms, you got to get a ship, and you got to gear these characters up quite high. And for the most part, you're going to need a lot of relics and a lot of Zeta just to get a 5-star character. I mean, it's just fantastic. It's like Capital Games is probably laughing that they're able to get people to spend so much money and so much time to try to grind out a very expensive character, and you only get a 5-star character out of it. And we've shown that General Skywalker isn't the most useful at 5 stars. If you follow me on Twitch, I was doing a lot of testing the other day, and you can potentially win with a 5-star Skywalker, but man, you're much better trying to like punch a hole through a boulder. Basically, the concept is just extremely stupid. The point of this game is to reward for spending, for grinding, free to play, and these events do not incentivize it at all. And all this is doing is you're just putting a tighter grip around the gear grind. Because for me personally, as of the Skywalker event, I have a policy. We're going for it. I am never, ever, 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 ever spending a single guild event token currency, whether Mark 1 or Mark 2, unless there's a big character that gets added in there, like characters like Negotiator. Who knows? Maybe I'm going to get screwed over. I'm farming the Negotiator. Maybe the Malevolence will show up in there, and then whatever. Right now, I'm pretending there's no gear at all in this store, and I would recommend you guys as well to do the same. Like, honestly, at this point, I don't even know if it's worth farming Hermit Yoda or Wampa. If you're someone trying to get to Darth Malak, just might as well save all your currency. Hermit Yoda and Wampa, they're good characters, but not as good as Darth Malak. Why would I want to do that? The guild event token store should solely be for gear and like A-, B+, B characters like Hermit Yoda and Wampa. Putting these powerful characters in here is just telling me and everyone else out there, just hoard your currency, because one, you're going to get penalized and screwed over if you don't hoard your currency, because Capital Games doesn't seem to think through and say that, hey, maybe some people hoard it and they're going to get ahead of all these other people. But just going forward, I'm giving you guys the same recommendation. Hoard your currency unless they change and they say, yeah, we made a mistake, no more Anakin or Malak farms in this guild event store. But I'm going to save, hoard, because it sucks being stuck behind a curve and then getting punished because I'm trying to chase after gear and other characters they've been adding. And really, I mean, I guess the kind of show to counterpoint, originally we we're going to have a more balanced discussion about the guild event token currency debate for Skywalker. The pros to all this is that the guild event token farm for General Skywalker gates power creep, because we see what 7-star Skywalkers can do. They just decimate any competition. It's so crazy powerful. 5-star versus 7-star Gear 13 Relic Anakin, night and day difference, baby. So the good thing is with the guild event token farm is that it slows the power creep. But of course, there's all these other externalities that you can't fix, hoarding, glitches, and the list goes on and on and on. So really, even though there is an upside to guild event token currency, it's all out the window today. People who invested in Malak got screwed over when they could have just hoarded for General Skywalker. People who are still working on the Malak farm, they're able to expedite that process and get the General Skywalker a lot faster. At the end of the day, it really just seems like the best solution for Capital Games is to just say, we screwed up. We screwed up big time. We're gonna just give everyone their shards for 7-star Skywalkers, 7-star Malaks, people who've been farming Malak for the past several months. We're gonna give your currency back. I don't know exactly if that's even the best solution, to be honest. Any solution I look at, it's not the perfect one. There's a problem with every solution I see on the table right now. But I'd love to hear what you guys think down below. I was hoping this was gonna be a more constructive video in terms of the guild event token farm, whether it's a good and bad thing for this game. But now with this bug today, I don't know what they could possibly do. They screwed up. They royally screwed up right now. The two most expensive characters of all time in Galaxy of Heroes, they managed to screw it up somehow for everybody.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
All right, so a little update right here, and very vague, doesn't really answer a lot of the questions we brought up today, but Capital Games has finally made a post. Not really the most comforting post of all time, but they're aware of the extra shards problem that the Starforge Showdown is giving out. They said they're going to be removing these extra shards from accounts and the event with the hotfix, and they're going to let us know when this happens. Again, I don't know how it's going to work out for people who got 7-star Malaks, spent money, leveled them up, geared them up, bought gear, bought the relic packs. It's going to be a very messy situation. So again, guys, I would not encourage trying this event out. I would not encourage trying to upgrade your Malak as much as possible, because you might spend money and then they just completely revert you back to a 5-star, 6-star Malak, wherever you may have been. This is a messy situation. Stay away from it as far as possible. They're going to try to go down the path without messing up their 5-star Anakin and Malak farm plan they have going on. So just let you know, they are aware of it. They're going to take some action against it and just stay as far away as possible from this event right now. So I don't know, guys. I'm passing the ball over to you guys. What do you think down below? What is their solution after this whole Malak fiasco of becoming a free giveaway for everyone? For me personally, I'm still going to hold to my policy of just hoarding currency, because in the words of George W. Bush,
you fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below on all of your thoughts on the biggest controversy of all time for Galaxy of Heroes, and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing. Oh, what does this game come to? I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everyone.
Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, 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 down. Party Richter, Party Richter. Son of a bitch. Party Richter, Party Richter. Down, down, down.